Okay, 1 minute starts now. Alright. Actually, 1 minute is up. Okay, candidate A, can you start now? 2 minutes from now.
Okay. Okay. Good evening to my fellow candidates. So today I am going to talk about the reason why crime rates are on the rise, because there is a lack of parental care and supervision. Okay. I think this is the most obvious reason, because the lack of parental care, the lack of discipline, and they don't have time limit to go home. And when we talk about criminal act, obviously they will learn about that from television, social media, or friends. So as a parent, as their parents, they need to control their child's activities. Like, they should aware who their children be friend with, and next they need to spending much time with their children also. Because why? Because why this thing is keep rising, because they are not aware of what things happening surrounds their children. And yeah, uh, they need to learn, they need to teach about discipline to their children. And about the supervision things, the objective of supervision is to keep is to keep their children safe and safe and sound. And
Alright, 2 minutes is up. So candidate B.
thank you very much.
Okay, can you please talk about your opinion?
Good evening to fellow candidates. In my opinion, crime rates are on the rise because teenagers are given too much freedom. It is because older people, such as parents, they overtrust the teenagers, so they will give too much freedom to them because of the mentality of society that says uh, teenagers can think well. They can differentiate between right thing and bad things. But in fact, in this age, usually teenagers want freedom in everything they do. So if their parents give too much freedom to them, they will begin to think that everything that they are doing right now is the right things, and they do not want to be constrained in everything they do, so that their wishes can be achieved. As example, if parents give too much freedom in who the children friend with, without researching teenagers will get used to the freedom that they have, and they will do anything that their friend also do, because they know that their parents never have been firm with them, and teenagers know their parents trust them fully.
Alright, your time is up. Okay, thank you, candidate B. Now, candidate C, it's your turn.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to other candidates and to the SMNS. So crime rates is on rise because of peer pressure and influence. First of all, peer pressure is real, especially when teens feel like they don't fit in with the with their groups or with the group of friends, and if they worry too much about losing their friends. So if the group of friends that they have is a negative one, so the possible for them to get involved in criminals is very high. So they always think that if they don't do the things that their friends ask them to do, they might get bullied or might be isolated with their friends or group. So they don't want that to happen, and they basically do the things that their friends ask them to do. And because of them, they are influenced with any kind of crime and violence. And also, if they have a friend that maybe experienced with underage drinking or like steal something in the shop or whatever, so that can give like a direct pressure to themselves. They feel like they need to do that in order they not labeled as someone uncool or someone that doesn't fit in that group. So because of that, peer pressure can be the big impact of why the crime rates are increased. And also, they don't want their friends to think that they are weak. So
Alright, your
they feel
time
like
is up. Thank you, candidate.
Thank you.
Candidate C. Okay, now it's candidate D turn. Okay. Hello, fellow friends and examiners. Today I'm going to talk about the reason why teenagers these days are involved in crime activities. So these days we had a lot of teenagers involved in crime activities. In my opinion, this is because of the influence of social media. So what is social media? Social media is a medium for people to socialize all around the world over the internet. For example, people using Instagram, people using YouTube to communicate with each other and share information to each other. So how does social media influence the mind of teenagers? Well, they influence the mind of teenagers by, for example, like in social media, they talk about violence. For example, like a YouTuber named Jack Paul raid a shop during the Black Lives Matter and then like show the vandalism to the teenagers. So this will influence teenagers to vandalize. Another example can we see is like in films. For example, like in Malaysian film like KL Gangster, that they show the violence towards the children, and then there is no strict restriction towards the teenagers to watch the film. Also, influence from social media is not very like it is very very hard to fight against because there are like many things lurking around over the internet. So people are usually getting influenced very easily on social media. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.